Change is inevitable. It's the one thing that's guaranteed to happen in life. But the kind of change that most people seek isn't about things happening to them. It's about taking control and making it happen for them. So the question is, how do we create lasting positive change in our lives? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're watching this. I'm glad you're here because today, we're diving into a question that can change the trajectory of your life. And that question is, how can you create lasting positive change in your life? Now, I want to be clear with you about one thing. Lasting change doesn't just happen by wishing for it. It doesn't come from daydreaming about your goals. It happens when you decide, when you commit, and most importantly, when you take action. Every single day. You see, the difference between those who make lasting positive change and those who stay stuck in their same old habits is simple. Consistency, discipline, and focus. If you really want change, if you're truly serious about transforming your life, you need to understand that it requires more than just desire. It requires a plan, it requires sacrifice, and it requires the courage to keep going even when things get tough. Let's talk about it. In today's world, there's so much noise, so many distractions, and so many people telling us what to do and who to be. But I want you to ask yourself, are you living your life, or are you living someone else's version of it? Are you in control, or are you letting the world push you around? Because if you're serious about creating positive change, you must first get clear on one thing, the life you want to live. Here's the hard truth. Nothing changes until you do. And I mean you, the way you think, the way you act, and the way you believe in yourself. You can't expect different results if you're doing the same thing day in and day out. That's like planting seeds in the ground and expecting a harvest without watering them. So let's start there. Let's talk about how to make change, real change, happen in your life. And I'm going to give you 4 key steps that, if you implement them, will absolutely change the game for you. Step 1. Clarity. You've got to know exactly where you're going. You cannot change your life if you don't know what direction you want to head in. The first step is defining what you want out of life. What do you want to accomplish? What kind of person do you want to be? What legacy do you want to leave behind? Listen, we often get distracted by the noise and by other people's opinions. But this journey is about you. So sit down with yourself, get quiet, and write out your goals. Write them out as specifically as you can, because clarity is the foundation of change. Without clarity, you're just wandering aimlessly. And trust me, no one ever got anywhere significant without a clear destination in mind. Step 2. Consistency. Now that you know what you want, you've got to show up every single day. Success isn't a one-time event. It's a series of small, consistent actions. People often think that change happens overnight. But that's just not true. You have to commit to showing up, even when it feels hard, even when you don't see immediate results. Remember this, the process is more important than the outcome. If you focus on consistency, the results will follow. But if you're only focused on the destination, you'll quit when things get tough. So, build a daily routine that aligns with your goals and commit to sticking to it. Even on the days you don't feel like it, even when you'd rather hit the snooze button or take the easier route. Show up. Every day. Step 3. Resilience. You're going to face challenges, obstacles, and setbacks. It's a guarantee. But here's what separates those who succeed from those who quit. Resilience. The ability to bounce back after a failure. The strength to keep going when everyone else has given up. You will face hard times. You will doubt yourself. You will wonder if it's worth it. But here's the secret. It's worth it. Every bit of it. It's not about avoiding failure. It's about learning from it, growing from it, and using it as fuel to push forward. Don't fear failure. Embrace it. Failure is simply feedback. It tells you what's working and what's not. It gives you the opportunity to adjust, pivot, and come back stronger. So don't run from failure, run towards it. Because the more resilient you are, the closer you'll get to the success you've been dreaming of. Step 4. Patience and persistence. The road to lasting change isn't a sprint. It's a marathon. It's a long journey that requires patience and persistence. I know you want results now. I know you want to see the fruits of your labor right away. But I've got news for you. The journey will take time. The process of becoming the person you want to be won't happen in a day or a month. It's a lifelong pursuit. But if you stay persistent, if you keep taking small steps forward every day, you will eventually look back and see how far you've come. Patience isn't about waiting for things to happen. It's about staying the course, even when the results aren't immediately visible. Don't give up when it gets tough. Don't throw in the towel just because it's taking longer than you expected. Stick with it. Trust the process. So, here's the recap. Clarity, consistency, resilience, patience, and persistence. These 4 keys, when practiced every day, will transform your life. But there's one more thing I want to share with you before we finish. And this is crucial. The power of your mindset. Your mindset is the lens through which you see the world. If you believe you can't change, then you won't. But if you believe in your ability to create the life you desire, if you have the belief that you are capable of achieving greatness, then there is nothing that can stop you. Your mindset is everything. If you want to create lasting positive change, you must first change the way you think. Because once your mindset shifts, your actions will follow. The moment you decide to take control of your life, that's the moment the world begins to open up to you. The moment you commit to becoming the best version of yourself, that's the moment you unlock the door to your true potential. So what are you waiting for? The time to make lasting change is now. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for things to line up. Start today. Start right now. Your future self will thank you for it. Remember, you have the power to create the life you want. The change starts with you. The decision starts with you. And it starts now. As you stand at the crossroads of your life, you face a decision that many people never truly make. Which path will you take? Will you choose the path of mediocrity, where you continue to live the same life you've always lived, stuck in a routine of unfulfilled potential? Or will you choose the path of greatness, where every decision you make is a step toward the person you were always meant to become? Here's what I know. Success is not for the chosen few. It's for those who choose it. It's for those who decide, day after day, to get up, to commit, and to take action. Change is not something that happens to you. It's something that happens because of you. You can create the life you desire, but it all starts with a choice. Let me share a simple but powerful truth with you. The foundation of lasting change starts from within. It starts with self-awareness. How well do you know yourself? Are you aware of your strengths? Are you aware of your weaknesses? Are you aware of the patterns and habits that are holding you back? Self-awareness is key. It's the ability to observe yourself without judgment, to see where you are and where you need to be. The first step to change is knowing what needs to change. Now, self-awareness is just the beginning. The next step is personal growth. This is where the real work happens. You see, growth doesn't happen automatically. It happens intentionally. You must decide every day to get a little bit better. You must make a conscious effort to expand your knowledge, develop your skills, and challenge your own limitations. Personal growth doesn't always look glamorous. It's not about flashy achievements or instant success. It's about doing the little things every single day that add up to massive results over time. It's about reading that book instead of watching TV. It's about learning that new skill instead of scrolling on social media. It's about taking the time to invest in yourself, to learn, to grow, and to become the person you need to be to reach your goals. Here's the thing. Growth takes time. You're not going to wake up tomorrow and have everything figured out. You're not going to read one book or attend one seminar and suddenly be a different person. But you know what you will have? You will have progress. You will have growth. And over time, that growth will compound into something incredible. The key is to keep going, keep growing, keep pushing yourself, even when it feels hard, even when it feels like nothing is changing. Because if you keep moving forward, you will eventually look back and be amazed at how far you've come. Success isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is perseverance. It's the willingness to keep going, even when you're tired, even when you're discouraged, And even when it seems like progress is slow, when you keep pushing forward, something magical happens. You begin to break through the barriers that once held you back. You begin to realize that you are capable of so much more than you ever thought possible. You see, one of the biggest obstacles to lasting change is our own mindset. Your mind is either your greatest ally or your worst enemy. If you believe that you're not capable of change, then you won't change. If you believe that your past defines your future, then your future will remain a reflection of your past. But if you change the way you think, everything changes. If you believe that you have the power to create the life you want, then you will. Your mindset will determine your success. And here's the good news. You can change your mindset. You can choose to think positively, you can choose to focus on the possibilities instead of the problems, and you can choose to see obstacles as opportunities for growth. Now, I know there are people watching right now who feel like they've been stuck for a long time. Maybe you've tried and failed. Maybe you've faced setbacks that made you question whether lasting change is even possible for you. But I'm here to tell you, it is possible. It's possible for anyone who decides to take ownership of their life. It's possible for anyone who is willing to work for it, to commit to the process, and to keep going no matter what. You can change, you can grow, and you will succeed. All it takes is one decision. The decision to start. So, as you watch the sun rise on this new day, I want you to make a decision. A decision that today will be the first day of the rest of your life. Today will be the day you begin your journey of lasting change. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Don't let fear hold you back. Don't let doubts or insecurities prevent you from taking that first step. Because once you take that first step, you'll be amazed at how everything starts to fall into place. You'll start seeing opportunities where there were none. You'll start meeting people who support your vision. You'll start finding the strength within yourself to push through anything life throws your way. So, are you ready to change? Are you ready to commit to the life you deserve? Then take that step today. Your future is waiting for you, and it's time to start building it. Because the only thing standing between you and the life you want is the decision to make it happen. The time for change is now. Make the decision. Take the step. Your future is waiting for you. Every great journey begins with one simple thing: belief. You must believe in yourself before anyone else does. You must believe in your ability to change, to grow, and to create the life you desire. If you don't believe in your own potential, then how can you expect anyone else to? Self-belief is the foundation upon which everything else is built. Without it, your dreams remain distant wishes. With it, your dreams become a reality in the making. But belief is just the start. The next step in creating lasting change is to take consistent, purposeful action. Let me tell you something. Success doesn't just fall into your lap. It doesn't happen by accident. It happens because of what you do every day, the actions you take, the decisions you make, and the effort you put into achieving your goals. The key to creating lasting change is in the daily disciplines. Daily disciplines are those small, seemingly insignificant habits that, when compounded over time, produce extraordinary results. It's about showing up even when you don't feel like it. It's about doing the work even when no one is watching. It's about holding yourself accountable for the things you said you would do. Because here's the truth: the small things matter. The little daily habits are what shape your future. Every decision you make today sets the stage for tomorrow. It's the small, consistent actions that create lasting change. Every single day you have a choice. You can either be the person who takes action, or you can be the person who sits back and waits for life to happen. Life doesn't wait. It doesn't care about your excuses, your fears, or your doubts. The world moves forward, with or without you. So what's it going to be? Are you going to stand still, or are you going to step up and take control? Obstacles will come. Challenges will arise. You'll face moments where giving up feels easier than pushing forward. But understand this: challenges are part of the process. They're not signs that you're on the wrong path. They're signs that you're on the right one. It's the challenges, the struggles, the times when you want to quit that forge your character, build your resilience, and shape your destiny. Every time you face adversity, you have a choice. You can let it break you, or you can let it make you. The most successful people in the world didn't become who they are by avoiding obstacles. They became who they are because they faced them head-on, they overcame them, and they learned from them. They understood that failure is not permanent. It's part of the journey. Failure is not the end. It's simply a lesson. And the more you learn, the stronger you become. Each time you fall, you have the opportunity to rise again, to be better, to be smarter, and to be more prepared for the next challenge. Don't be afraid to fail. Be afraid of never trying. Be afraid of staying stuck in your comfort zone, where growth doesn't happen. Change takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen without effort. It doesn't happen without sacrifice. But it does happen. If you're willing to put in the work, if you're willing to stay committed, if you're willing to make the tough choices, you will see the results. But you have to keep your eyes on the bigger picture, the vision, the life you want to create. Success starts with clarity. Clarity about what you want, why you want it, and how you're going to get there. The clearer your vision, the more focused your actions will be. Don't just aimlessly go through life. Set a direction, define your purpose. When you know what you're working toward, every action becomes intentional. Every decision becomes easier because you're no longer just reacting to life, you're creating it. Listen, I don't care where you come from. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care how many times you've failed in the past. All that matters is where you're going. All that matters is what you're willing to do today to get one step closer to your goal. The past does not define you. Your current circumstances do not define you. What defines you is the decisions you make right now, in this moment. You are the creator of your future. Your decisions shape your destiny. The life you live tomorrow depends on the choices you make today. So, if you want to change your life, you need to change your choices. You need to choose to take action, choose to be consistent, choose to believe in yourself, and choose to never give up. You have everything you need to create the life you've always dreamed of. The only thing standing in your way is your own willingness to act. Will you take that first step? Will you choose to show up every day even when it's hard? Will you commit to the process knowing that change takes time and effort? I believe in you, but more importantly, you need to believe in yourself. The road to lasting change is not easy. It's filled with obstacles, challenges, and setbacks. But it's also filled with growth, progress, and victory. Every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your dreams. And one day you'll look back and realize that all the hard work, all the sacrifices, and all the effort were worth it. You will see that your decision to start, your decision to never give up, led you to a life that was beyond your wildest imagination. So here's the question. Are you ready to create lasting positive change in your life? Are you ready to commit to the process? Are you ready to take action, no matter how hard it gets? If your answer is yes, then I challenge you. Get started. Right now. Today. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for things to line up. Start where you are, with what you have, and take that first step toward the life you deserve. The time for change is now. The future you desire begins today. Take action. Believe in yourself, and create the life you deserve. Every day is a new opportunity. You are not defined by your past mistakes, your struggles, or the roadblocks you've faced. Every day is an opportunity to start fresh, to begin again. The past doesn't control you. The future is wide open. You get to decide who you are and who you are becoming. That's the power of today. That's the power you hold in your hands right now. Now I want you to think about something. Think about the person you were a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. How far have you come? How much have you grown? How much progress have you made? And here's the key. How much more could you achieve in the next year, in the next 5 years, in the next 10? The journey of self-improvement is ongoing. It's never finished. It's not about reaching a single destination. It's about the person you become along the way. The constant pursuit of growth, the hunger to learn more, to become better, and to contribute more. That's where real fulfillment comes from. It's not just about getting to the top of the mountain. It's about climbing, reaching, and expanding your potential every step of the way. When you change your life, you don't just change your circumstances, you change the way you see the world. You change how you react to challenges. You change your perspective. And that shift in perspective can make all the difference. It turns obstacles into opportunities. It turns failures into stepping stones. It turns dreams into reality. Change starts with small victories. It's not always the big, dramatic moments that matter most. It's the small wins, the consistent progress, and the daily actions that add up. When you start small, but you stay consistent, you begin to see the power of compounded growth. It's like planting seeds in a garden. At first, you may not see much, but over time, those seeds grow into something extraordinary. And here's the thing about creating lasting change. You don't have to do it alone. Surround yourself with the right people. Surround yourself with those who inspire you, who challenge you, and who support your vision. Your environment matters. The people you associate with, the ideas you're exposed to, the energy you let into your life. These things shape who you become. So choose wisely. Build a community that lifts you higher. The right community will push you, inspire you, and remind you of your potential when you forget. They'll hold you accountable and encourage you when times get tough. And they'll celebrate with you when you succeed. Together you can achieve so much more than you ever could alone. But the most important person in this journey is you. The change begins with you. You are the one who decides. You are the one who sets the course. You are the one who has the power to take action today and create a better tomorrow. The moment you decide to change your life is the moment your journey begins. And when you commit to making that change, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Change isn't easy, but it's worth it. Every sacrifice, every challenge, every moment of doubt, it's all part of the process. The results you desire will come if you stay committed, if you stay disciplined, and if you keep believing in yourself. I want you to understand something. You have everything you need to create the life you want. All the strength, all the wisdom, and all the determination are already inside you. It's not about waiting for the right moment. It's about making the moment right now. It's about taking that first step today. Your success doesn't depend on the circumstances around you. It depends on the decisions you make. It depends on the actions you take. And it depends on how much you're willing to fight for the life you want. You're in charge. You're the one who can make lasting change. Remember, lasting change doesn't happen in a day, but it starts with a decision to change, to grow, and to pursue greatness. So let me ask you again, are you ready to create lasting change in your life? Are you ready to take action? Are you ready to believe in yourself, to make the hard choices, and to take that first step toward the life you've always dreamed of? When you commit to the process, when you choose to keep going, even when it's hard, you will experience the success you've been waiting for. You will see the results of your hard work. And one day, you'll look back and realize that the journey was worth every moment. The power to change is within you. The future you want is within your reach. You don't need to wait for a sign. You don't need to wait for the perfect opportunity. The perfect opportunity is right now. Take it. Run with it. Make your move. The time for change is now. The person you are becoming starts today. Take action, believe in yourself, and create the life you deserve.